Hello, everybody. My name is Alex, and I'm accompanied with Sophie, Hannah, and Anthony. And today we're gonna show you what we've been getting up to in our capstone project with this exercise prescription app. So just a little bit of background here. We put together this quick project abstract that says, after suffering a bodily injury, oftentimes the road to recovery and rehabilitation can feel long, tired, and strenuous. And by not having daily access to your doctor or a proper mechanism to document and track your progress, it can often lead patients to forego portions of their program or leave them uncertain as to whether they're doing things as intended. So, Dr. Mike Cesaricas is an occupational therapist over at HTC, and he became drastically aware of these issues and wanted a software development team to construct an application for them that would help alleviate some pressure points in the rehabilitation process. So our project we've been working on is a mobile application that allows these patients to access all their necessary information and document their work. So during their appointment at HTC, whoever the occupational therapist is will be able to download said app on their phone. While planning and reviewing the rehabilitation program with the user, they will be recording the patient performing their exercises, creating a compilation of those exercises as a workout routine for their rehabilitation. Then the user will be able to track the scheduling of these workouts and track them in a checklist for completion, as well as schedule notifications to be sent to their device. So this solution our team has constructed provides patients the opportunity to review video to ensure proper technique and form, as well as keep them accountable to their program. Once again, just a little bit more into who our client is. So this is Dr. Mike. He works with Hand Therapy Canada and specializes in rehabilitating upper limb conditions, including injuries to the hand, wrist, elbow, and shoulder. So their team at HTC is comprised of experienced OCs and physical therapists who provide personalized care to each patient to enhance their recovery. Now, HTC offers services such as custom splinting, exercise programs, a wide array of things. They have clinics in London, Burlington, and Sarnia, and are very dedicated to their client base. Now, we've sort of identified these pressure points causing a lot of strain in the process right now. So currently, the therapists are recording videos on the patient's phones of them doing these exercises, but oftentimes these videos get very buried very deeply into their camera roll. So there's also no reminders to prompt users to do these exercises. There's limited patient adherence to the exercises as probably a result of none of these reminders. And there's not a lot of ways for users to track their stats. So that's sort of what our application is looking to do. Now I'm going to pass it on to the rest of the team to take you through a quick demo of our product. All right, how do I?
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now me and Sophia are going to walk you through the main epics and begin our demo. So we broke our main epics into the 4 categories of functionality that the user has the option of doing on our app. Beginning with recordings, these are all user stories that were associated with recording the videos themselves, playing them back, and then editing and deleting them. Moving on to workouts, the workout epic had all the user stories that were related to piecing together the workout. So the user has the opportunity of setting certain exercises per workout and then choosing the reps, the sets, and the days of the week that they want to do them and saving them all as one workout that they can refer back to later. Scheduling, like I referred to in the workouts, this was to do with mostly setting the days and the times of each workout to be completed so that the user could see them on the main page, which is the first page that they open on the application. And then lastly, the notification epic had all the user stories associated with the user being able to turn on and off notifications, edit them, and set them. So now we're going to begin our demo.
So this is the homepage of what our application looks like. A theme that we kind of chose to go with throughout the whole development of this application was really focusing on simplicity for the user. As these are clients that do not want to take a lot of time to click a lot of buttons, we want to make the app as easy to use as possible. So everything is saved directly on the local device that the user has, so they do not have to log in every time they're using this application. Everything is just automatically saved on the device which they filmed the videos on. So on this first page, we have a very sleek and easy to use home page where you also see at the bottom the navigation bar. And first, we will run you through the record video feature that this application has.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alex, and I'm accompanied with Sophie, Hannah, and Anthony. And today we're gonna show you what we've been getting up to in our capstone project with this exercise prescription app. So
So now, once the video has been saved in the exercise library, the next step is to create a workout. As you can see, we have also included helpful indicators on the app to help instruct the user how to use each of these functionalities. So now I will press the workout section.
So as you can see here, we've already set up 2 example workouts. However, I'm going to walk you through creating one from scratch. You press the new workout button and then you name it whatever you would like. So we're going to call it arms. Then you select the days of the week you want to do it. So in this case, we'll do Monday and Tuesday. After that, you press add exercise and you get a list of videos that you've previously filmed. So in this case, I'm going to attach arms to it and then I will set the sets and the reps. So 2 sets or 5 sets of 3. We then press save workout. And as you can see below, we have arms and you can then edit or delete it. So if I wanted to edit it and add another additional exercise, I can press add exercise again and do code, for example. Again, I can set the sets and reps for the individual exercise. So again, 5 sets of 3 reps, for example. And then I can update the workout. And then it will be displayed our new workout down on the screen below.
The next feature that we worked on was how do we actually make these workouts and everything viewable for the users so that it's easy for them to understand what they need to complete on a given day. So this is where we decided to have the interactive homepage, where it will auto change depending what day of the week it is to show what the upcoming workouts for that day are. It has it so it'll automatically show the next day in the calendar. So for example, today it is Wednesday, March 19th. So that's what will show at the top. And then it will show the workouts for the next week ahead. And as you can see, since we scheduled in the workout tab for the arms workout to appear on Monday and Tuesday, those workouts show up very clearly on the Monday and Tuesday section for this upcoming week. And what's super helpful is that from there, a user can actually click the workout on a given day. So let's say we want to view the workouts for Monday. We can click arms and it will show a playlist of the videos and the exercises that are actually meant to be completed for that specific workout. So here we can see the video that we just filmed and we can view that video, which unfortunately we can't do in screen sharing right now. And then we can hit next and it'll show the next video in that playlist. And then we can press close and then it'll help us return back to the home screen.
Hey everyone, my name's Anthony, and I'm going to walk you through the notification screen on our exercise tracker app. This is primarily what I was contributing on release 2, as well as a few other smaller things here and there. So the main goal here was just to create a way for users to be able to get and set reminders for their workouts. So obviously it's extremely important to be consistent, whether it's related to fitness or in this case, recovery. And notifications can help out a lot with that. So let me show you how it works. When you tap on the notifications tab at the bottom of our screen, you'll see this blank screen. It's quite simple and I think pretty straightforward. You have your existing reminders at the top. In this case, because we have no reminders set, we have this message in the center of our screen. And just like the other screens, we're using async storage on the local device. So your data will persist even if the app is closed. So I can just reopen it. Your reminders will still stay intact. And I'm just going to add a new reminder now to show you how it works, and we can just kind of jump into it together. So I'm going to tap the plus button in the top right-hand corner here, and you can see that we get this model or pop-up. You can name your reminder and set the time. I usually do mornings, but let's add a little more information here. I'll call this mornings arms. All right. And you can choose whether you want it to be daily or on specific days. That is all up to you. This was pretty tricky to implement because I had to handle 2 different scheduling patterns, but it gives the users a lot more flexibility, so it was definitely worth it. Under the hood, what's going on here is we're using Expose Notifications API to schedule these. This was a big challenge in the application, right? So one of the different ways that iOS and Android deal with recurring notifications, or they have different ways to deal with recurring notifications. So iOS has built-in support, but for Android, you actually have to do it your own and kind of figure out some sort of way to do this. In my case, I had to create multiple like future notifications to kind of simulate this recurring notification pattern. But you'll notice that when I hit save, the reminder gets stored. We get a notification for this reminder. It gets scheduled immediately, and it shows up in our list with all the details here. Each reminder has a few different controls to the right of them. So there's a toggle to enable or disable it without deleting. And this was kind of inspired from the clock app. So I'm sure a lot of you with Apple devices that have the clock app and set either alarms or stopwatch, use the stopwatch feature, etc. Try to model that sort of UI. So hopefully it's familiar to iOS users. But yeah, you can toggle them on and off without having to delete them. There's an edit button that allows users to, well, edit their reminders. And there's also a delete option. So the toggle was really useful during testing because I could turn the reminders like on and off without having to recreate them. And additionally, what was helpful for testing was this button that I added at the bottom, which would likely not be in production, but helps a lot for the sake of this demonstration. And this button, test notification, will let me send an immediate notification so that users can either verify their permissions are set up correctly, or in this case, just see what a notification might look like. So I'll walk us through that. And there you go. You can see that we received our push notification at the top. This is a test. Your reminders are working. So for the UI design, I went with this kind of card-based layout. It keeps the apps look pretty consistent. It's consistent with the other screens. You can see that in our exercise library, we have the same kind of item style. So the consistency, I think, contributes well to the overall like apps just look and feel. The color coding makes it a lot easier for users to identify different actions. There's blue for these sort of like positive actions throughout the application, red for sort of like negative or destructive ones like deleting or canceling. Green is for these sort of like miscellaneous options like toggling or editing. And I also made sure to add confirmation dialogue. So for example, if I click the delete button here, we get this confirmation pop-up, which ensures that users don't just accidentally delete their reminders that they've set. Another thing that was really important was making sure that the time picker feels native on each platform. So on iOS, we use this wheel picker that you can see here as I am demonstrating on iOS. And on Android, it uses the standard time picker dialog, which unfortunately I cannot demonstrate on my iPhone, but can be demonstrated on emulators. From a technical standpoint, probably the most difficult part of this was managing the platform differences in the notification systems, as has been a challenge with a lot of the project as we've been working on it, making sure that it indeed works on Android and iOS. So I had to create some platform-specific code paths to handle these different notifications, in particular the recurring notifications, which again, on iOS kind of work natively, whereas on Android, I had to kind of schedule these notifications in advance to kind of simulate recursion. Overall, I think this feature is really helpful for the app. It adds a lot of value to it, especially for users that are trying to build like consistency in their work routine. The scheduling is really flexible. It can accommodate different preferences, and the interface is super simple and intuitive. Also, as you can see, just like with the other screens, users who are confused can tap on this question mark icon here and get some helpful instructions on how to use it. Thank you.